And we do have big time weather changes on the way. We're finally going to get another winter storm to impact the state, which is certainly good news for areas like our northern mountains and into southern Colorado, where things have been pretty dry over the past month or so for snowfall. But all that's going to change over the next 24 to 48 hours. We have winter storm warnings in effect through Friday night for the San Juans of Colorado, extending into the San Juans of New Mexico as well. We're going to be looking at the possibility of well over a foot of snow across the San Juans of Colorado, where we could see also a foot of snow in the San Juans of New Mexico. Winter weather advisories through Saturday morning for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains over toward the Jemez Mountains as well, where we could be picking up anywhere from 6 to 8 inches, maybe some localized locations getting up to around a foot of snow as well. 59 degrees of current temperature, a south wind at 12 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north in the 50s and 60s, down to the south in the 60s, and even reaching the 70s for a few locations. Carlsbad all the way up to 75 degrees. And they're not done yet. It's just going to get warmer throughout the afternoon. And with the warm conditions and all the wind out there, we do have elevated fire danger out there through the afternoon. Winds are gusting up to 47 miles per hour in Grants, 51 mile per hour wind gust in Ruidoso, 29 in Santa Fe, 45 in Las Vegas. And the winds are just going to get stronger as we move through the next few hours. Gust up to 75 miles per hour just along the central mountain chain, where we do have our high wind warnings. Wind advisories in the west central portion of the state, also for areas of the southwest where we can see gust up to 50 miles per hour. And again, the strongest winds are going to be right along the central mountain chain as we get that westerly wind in place. It's going to slide down the east slopes of the northern mountains and the Sacramento Mountains, and that's what's going to lead to those high winds along the eastern portion of the state. And we continue with the high winds for tomorrow as well, also for western sections where we can see winds sustained around 30 to 50 miles per hour. The good news is the winds do start to come down a little bit over the weekend, but we're still looking at a breezy setup over the weekend as we have not one but two winter storms that are going to be moving through at least through the weekend, and then there's a third one behind that for early next week. Right now, we're starting to see some of that snow developing across western Colorado, and by the overnight hours, we will start to see some of that snow make its way into southern Colorado and the northern mountains as well. Out ahead of it, we continue to boost up those winds, but not only will we boost up the winds, but we'll also start to grab a little bit of moisture. This storm system, even though the track's a little far to the north, is doing a very good job of pulling up moisture. So despite the fact that the track is going to be a little bit far to the north, we're still going to do a good job getting some snow going along mainly the west and southwest facing slopes of our northern mountains, and that's where we're going to see the largest snowfall amounts through tonight and tomorrow. We have another storm for Sunday that's also going to pull up a decent amount of moisture, which will spread our shower activity across the north. And then Monday into Tuesday, we have a third storm system. This one has the best track with it among the three, but the big question with this is, will it have enough moisture with it? And that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. Southern Colorado, mostly cloudy skies for this afternoon. We will see some of that rain and snow develop through this evening and into the overnight hours. We'll continue with those chances through Saturday as temperatures drop to the 30s, and then another shot at snow early next week with that third storm system. Over the northwest, spot rain possible. We'll see some of that shower activity pick up through the overnight hours and through Friday as well. We'll have another shot at getting a little bit of snow on Sunday. Over the southwest, partly cloudy skies, winds gusting to 35 miles per hour. We'll have our best shot here of getting better chances at showers toward the end of the weekend and early next week with that third storm system, which will be diving a little bit farther to the south. Same story for the southeast. Winds will be gusting up to 40 miles per hour. Blowing dust is going to be a big concern for this afternoon, with temperatures reaching the low 80s for a few locations. Temperatures drop through the weekend, and we'll have that better shot at showers early next week. Over the northeast, extreme wind, gust up to 60 miles per hour. Some locations even up to around 75 miles per hour, especially right along the east-facing slopes of the northern mountains. Better chances of showers into the beginning of next week. Over the northern mountains, wintry mix developing tonight and into tomorrow. We'll continue with that chance at showers through the weekend and into early next week as well. East mountains, one of the locations we're going to see some of the gustiest winds, gust up to 60 miles per hour. Warm and windy in the metro, highs in the upper 60s with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. We'll continue to watch those temperatures drop into the weekend as we improve our chances of showers Sunday into Monday.
Okay, thank you, John.